Welcome back to the College Football Reset Series, where I replaced every FBS roster with all walk-on freshmen and reset every team's all-time record and prestige to 0. This is the final episode of the regular season. When we left off on the last episode, New Mexico was sitting at 5-6 after 2 thrilling last-second victories and 1 complete blowout by the FCS. We're currently 1 win away from going bowling with a home game with Hawaii coming up. Before we see how our season ends, we'll take a look at the BCS Top 10 for the week, where chaos has reigned once again. Massive shakeups in the final rankings before conference championships. Texas, who was basically left for dead, has risen all the way back up to number 1, rising up from 4 last week. All 3 top teams from last week's rankings lost, causing Ole Miss to fall down to 7, Kent State to fall to 10, and Northern Illinois drops out of the top 10 entirely. If these rankings hold, we'll be watching the Big 12 and Pac championships, 1 more week for potential shakeups. In the Heisman race, John Hardy has managed to climb all the way up to the top spot as a pure defensive back. He currently sits with 18 interceptions on the year, 31 pass deflections, and 1 defensive touchdown. Regardless of what happens with the award, he is setting some massive records that could stand for a long time. Fingers crossed he stays put. Now let's show Hawaii who's boss. Last week of the regular season, we were sitting at 5-6, and we are taking on the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. We need this win to make bowl eligibility. Let's get it, boys. Hawaii wins the toss, so we're starting with the ball. Let's see what kind of yards we can get with the run here. Adams up the middle, pushing forward. Great run, great blocking. Beautiful play. Gets us a first down on the first play. 3rd and 3 at the 50. Let's see if we can get some yards with the power game and get a first down here. Adams with the carry. Defender in the backfield breaks a tackle but doesn't get the blocking he needs. 4th and 3. Unfortunate. And our head coach decides he wants to go for it at the 50. 4th and 3 here. We're going to set up in the pistol and we're going to hit him with some play action. Williams throws it deep. He's got a man. Underthrows it. Incomplete. And after the turnover on downs, Hawaii goes right down the field and gets 7 points. So we're going to try and hit him out of the gun here. Off tackle. Got some room. Decent blocking. And picks up 6 yards there. Good work, Adams. 3rd and 4 here. We're going to try to set up a screen pass. See if we can get some room. Williams drops, looks, throws it. Dropped by Adams. Gotta hold on to those ones. Defense does its job and holds them, so we get the ball in opponent territory to start the next drive. Run up the middle by Adams. Got a little bit of space, but stopped quickly for 2 yards. 3rd and 3 here at the opponent 36-yard line. We're going to try a PA power, see if we can catch him on the deep. Throws it, got a man, no he doesn't, it's intercepted. Bad throw there, and now it's another turnover for us. Alright, after the turnover, Hawaii scores another touchdown and we are down 14 points. We're going to run it and cannot hold the blocks, no gain. And now it's 3rd and 10 after the incomplete. So far no 3rd down conversions. We're going to try a deep concept here. Out of the ace. Williams throws it deep and almost intercepted again. 4th down. Defense holds this time. Sets us up with a 1st and 10 at the 43. We're going to go back to the power running game. No, we're not. We're going to jump off sides. Or false start. And that's going to take us to the second quarter, already down 14 points off of a turnover on downs and an interception. We need to pull it together, and we need to get back into this ball game. Alright, 3rd and 11 now to start the second quarter. We're going to put Jones in motion, see if we can create some space. Williams with a deep drop, looking, got time, needs to find somebody, throws it, completes it, no he doesn't, he drops it. Defense holds there. We only lose a couple yards. Now we're at the 37-yard line. Let's see if we can get the running game going. Adams up the middle. Got some space. Got a lot of space. Beautiful run there. Gets us a 1st down. The middle seems to be the weakest part of that defense. We're going to try it again, though they do have their line bunched up this time. Adams on the carry, and guy gets through right away, fumbles it, and we get another turnover. We do make the tackle. It looks like they are going to review it here, so we'll see what they find. It's hard to say. It looks like he might be down. I think he's down there. We'll see if the refs agree. 3rd and 8 now. Now would be a perfect time to get our first completion. We're going to hit him with a little slant concept. Short drop, quick throw. Does complete it, but no yards gained. Hopefully that's a step towards progress, though. Defense holds him again, so it is still 1st and 10, down by 14. Let's run up the middle. Adams gets some space. Ooh, 1 block away from breaking it, but 2nd and 2 now. 54 yards on the day. 2nd and 2. We're going to try and hit him with a play action, throw a deep post. Hopefully Williams can read it well. It's the play action, looking, throws it deep. He's got a man wide open. He makes the catch. He's got some space, breaks a tackle, and gets down inside the opponent 40. Beautiful play there. 3rd and 2. We're going to put the ball in the hands of our fullback. Get a little fullback dive action. See if we can get it. And we come up just short. 4th and inches. Coach wants to go for it on 4th and inches. I'm going to be a little risky here and see if we can hit him with a play action. Hits the play action. Looking. He's got the fullback wide open in the flats, but he doesn't hit it. Throws it deep. Completes it on the sidelines. I forgive you. Good catch for the 1st down by our 3rd string tight end there. At 3rd and 9 here, still looking for our first conversion of the day. I believe in you, Williams. Drops, pressure, throws it, incomplete, doesn't fumble it. I guess I'll take that. We're going to go ahead and watch our kicker here, see if we can get the field goal. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. We're on the board. We get on the board, but Hawaii does manage to go down and get a field goal, so we're still down by 14. With a minute left, we're going to try to hurry up. And we false start again. 3rd and 15, still looking for our first 3rd down conversion on the day. Williams, I believe in you, buddy. Make something good happen. Drops, looks, throws, deep, incomplete. Off the hands of the defender. 4th down. Right, defense manages to bail us out somehow, so now it's 1st and 10 in opponent territory, 43 seconds to go. Williams drops, he's looking, throws it short, got the completion, running downfield is Rawls, who gets a great yards after the catch, inside the 30. Under 40 seconds to go. Williams, bad snap, looking, throws it, hits the receiver's screen, breaks a tackle, ooh, and 1st and 10 inside the 20. 2nd and 10 here, just outside the 10. All 3 timeouts to work with, so time shouldn't be too much of a factor. Williams drops, looking, pressure, and we're going to call a timeout. Alright, 3rd and 18 here. We're going to try and overload one side. Looked like an offsides. And it is. Alright, we get him for the first time this game. 3rd and 13 now. Still looking for our first conversion of the day. We're going to hit him with a corners concept. Hopefully Williams can do something with it. Looking, throws it to the corner, and almost intercepted. Bad throw there. We're going to line up for a field goal here. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is just barely good. Just enough room there. Alright, 1st and 10 here to start the 2nd half. Defense did its job. Let's see if we can reward them. And with a little play action, Williams looking, throws it, and it is complete to the tight end. Did not drop it. 3rd and 7 here inside the 40. Just trying to get a conversion. Williams drops, looking, throws it, and right to a defender, incomplete. Defense holds again. We get the ball at the 38-yard line. We're going to run up the middle with Adams on 1st down, who manages to run past some defenders and gets 9 yards out of it. 3rd and 1, we are 0 for 11 on 3rd downs. This time we're going to keep it on the ground See if Williams can get us what we need. Or Adams. Adams runs with the middle, and it looks like he is just short, 4th and inches. The defense does its job again, sets us up inside opponent territory. Williams, I'm going to believe in you here, and throw a play action power. Sets up, throws it, got the completion, got some blocking downfield, and we are inside the 10. Beautiful play there. 1st and goal inside the 10. First time we've been down this close. We're going to put Jones in motion, and we're going to pass out of it. Quick drop, throws it, and he completes it, but not much further. 2nd and goal now at the 3. We're going to go strength on strength, and we're going to try and run it through him. Hand off up the middle. Adams runs past the defender, gets in the end zone. Showing some nice power there. First contact was in the backfield, but he manages to push through it and get into the end zone. Our celebration is short-lived because Hawaii goes down the field and scores a touchdown of their own. So we're still down by 11. We're going to run the ball up the middle here. And tackled immediately for a gain of 1. 3rd and 9. We still have no 3rd down conversions this day. Williams has been atrocious on 3rd down. So this time we're just going to try a vertical. Throws it deep and almost intercepted. 4th down again. 1st and 10. Defense held that time. Let's see if we can get some yards out of this. Williams drops, pressure up the middle, and he takes a huge sack. 7-yard loss. Not the best day for Williams so far. 2nd and 17. Let's see if we can bounce back. Williams drops, he's looking, throws it over the middle, makes the completion. Gets it to 3rd and 1 here. 3rd and 1, we're going to come out in the pistol, and we're going to try and run it right up the middle. Handoff up the middle, breaks a tackle, but 2 more defenders in the hole. I don't think anyone blocked there. 4th and 1. Defense holds again, so we get the ball back at the 49-yard line. Williams, we need you to step up here. Williams drops, under pressure, panics, and takes a sack. 2nd and 19. Looked like an all-out blitz, probably had open receivers. 3rd and 19 now, still 0 for 14 on 3rd down conversions. At this point, we're just going to throw a Hail Mary. Williams drops, he's looking, throws it, and it is caught! Nobody around, Rawls running down the field, and we get a touchdown! Beautiful throw there. I don't know what the defense was doing, but no receivers were covered. And that was an easy completion for Williams. Past the defense, 2 Rawls with 2 blockers in front of him, and that's a touchdown every time. Defense holds again, so we are set up, down by 4 in the 4th quarter. Now's the time for the offense to come alive. Williams drops, looking, hits the tight end over the middle, stops for no reason, 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9 now after the short completion. We're going to try a little comeback route this time. And should be a free play, but I don't see the flag. Williams lobs it up, and we, I think, make the catch on the sidelines. Great catch there. 1st down. And the booth is reviewing it, so we'll see if that was a catch or not. Looks like a catch. We'll see if the refs agree. Play stands, 1st down. 3rd and 2 here. We're going to spread them out with 5 receivers. We're going to try an inside crossing route. See if we can get some open space. Williams drops, hits. It looks like it bounced off his helmet there. Adams not having the best day in the receiving game here. Coach says go for it on 4th and 2 here, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to run an inside route with Jones, see if he can create some space. Williams drops, looking, throws it over the middle, complete! Attaboy. Jones running a great inside route there, gets the 1st down. 3rd and 7, we are 1 for 16. Williams, let's make it 2 for 17. Come on, buddy. Williams drops, he's looking, he hits the receiver out of the backfield who gets some space. Adams with a great run down to the 10. Holds on that time, he gets a huge 1st down. Alright, 1st and 10 at the 10. We technically can get a first without getting a touchdown. Let's run a power play here. Adams with some space. Ooh, and it looks like going to be a holding penalty. First and 20 at the 20 after the holding penalty. Adams is a little tired, so Sullivan came in. And we're going to try and run it off tackle, but they are pressed up close. Handoff, got some space, never mind. Sullivan with a great run, and he gets into the end zone. Beautiful run. Beautiful blocking, and we get 20 yards and a touchdown to take the lead in the fourth. Just nobody to the outside. Everybody was pressed up at the line, and once he got outside, there was no one to stop him. We're going to be watching the defense for the rest of the game. Good snap, good kick. And that is a 3-point lead for New Mexico in the fourth. First and 10 inside the 30 for Hawaii. Defense needs to step up and make a play here. Handoff up the middle, and he's got some space. Great blocking, and second and inches for Hawaii after that. Second and inches, just short of the 40. Defense needs to step up. They're running an option play to the outside, and we stop them, but still manages to make it third and inches. Should have been a bigger play than that. Third and inches, 4.5 minutes to go. Come on, D. Option play here, and we stuff it. Great play defense. Edge players doing their job. First and 10, we're going to put conservative clock on. Just need to get a couple first downs, and we can put this away. Hand off up the middle. Adams doesn't get much room. At third and 9 here. Don't want to get too risky, but also want to do a gadget play, so we're going to run a jet sweep here. Adams gets the carry. Not much blocking. 4th and 7. Alright, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Hawaii down by 3, all 3 timeouts. Defense, do your job. Tight end goes in motion. And they run it, they fake it, they hit a play action, and they drop it. Good defense there. 3rd and 4 after the short completion. Hawaii comes out in the pistol. And they run it up the middle, and we stuff it. 4th down, 4th and 2, 2 minutes left. Hawaii chooses to punt it with under 2 minutes to go. Snap, kick is away. We make the catch, and no blocking there. Sets us up at about the 28. First and 10, under 2 minutes to go, up by 3. We're just going to run it up the middle here. Adams gets some space, beautiful run. Hawaii uses its second timeout, 3rd and inches. We just need a couple inches, guys. Let's get it. Hand up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets the first. 2nd and 8 now. Time is ticking under a minute. We're just going to use all the clock available to us. Hand up the middle. Adams got some space. Breaks a tackle, but it looks like probably a holding penalty here. No? Face mask. First down. Now we can just take a knee. Just going to take some knees and put this game away. Williams, you earned this. And that's the ball game. New Mexico comes back in a huge way to win 27-24 and lock up bowl eligibility. Incredible comeback by the team there. Just everybody did their part. And we put them away and we get the win. Oh, I thought we were cooked at the beginning. But somehow Williams made magic happen again. And we are going bowling. Stats for the game. Williams went 17 of 40 for 270 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Started the game off not completing a single pass for I think like 15 attempts, so I am very happy with these results. And it turns out one of those quick plays where I thought the defense stepped up, our punter completed a pass for a first down. So Ashton Gray, perfect QB rating. Running the ball, Nathan Adams, 30 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown. 50 yards after first contact, 1 broken tackle. Andy Rivera, 2 attempts, 10 yards. And Chris Sullivan with the 1 rush for 20 yards and a touchdown that put us up at the very end of the game. Beautiful. Receiving day, a little bit underrated. Justin Nelson, 6 catches, 94 yards. Anthony Jones, 5 catches, 31 yards, really making his money in the short routes today. Neil White, 2 catches for 32 yards, almost got a touchdown. And Andre Rawls with the Hail Mary touchdown with blockers in front. Just incredible. And it looks like Lance Leslie, our nickel corner, was the guy who caught the punt. Still no pancakes. 2 sacks allowed today. Alright, on the defensive side of the ball, Mike Kent and Brendan Carey each had 2 tackle for losses. Mike Kent had our only sack. And James Forte, our middle linebacker, got a pick. No fumbles on the day. So 1 turnover, 1 sack. Not a great defensive performance. It explains the 24 points by Hawaii. Kicker went 2 for 2. Couldn't have asked for a better day from him. And Ashton Gray, not quite as good as he was to start the year. He has not been superb lately, but still doing enough to keep us in the game. We're going bowling. If that game doesn't sum up our season, I don't know what does. Wild comeback to save the year. They frustrated me at times, but I love this team. Unfortunately, our conference does not have a championship game, and we wouldn't qualify even if they did. So the last game on our schedule will be the upcoming bowl game. Opponent will be announced at the end of the video. Now let's look at the penultimate BCS rankings to determine who we will be watching. In the number 1 spot is the Texas Longhorns. The preseason number 1 team has managed to rise all the way back up to the top with a chance to play in the big game. The second place is a more unlikely contender in the Oregon State Beavers, who are not only missing from the preseason top 10, but is also mostly irrelevant in real life. Glad to see some chaos come through in the end. We'll also take a very quick look at the Heisman rankings. No changes. My boy, John Hardy, still sitting at the top. Now let's get some championship games, starting with the number 2 Oregon State Beavers taking on USC for the Pac Championship. Alright, welcome to the Pac-12 Championship at Oregon State, and USC is the visiting team, ranked number 2 in the conference. Oregon State is ranked number 3 in the coaches poll and number 2 in the BCS poll. So if they win, they should get into the championship. I'll do my best to commentate, but I only know a couple players, and I've written down the numbers, so this may be a disaster. Let's find out. So USC kicking off to Oregon State here. Kick is away, not very deep, caught at the 15. Oregon State on the return, cuts it upfield, breaks a tackle, and gets it up near the 40. Good starting field position for Oregon State here. Oregon State's starting quarterback is number 5, Courtney Beach, in the ace formation again. Hand up the middle, got some space, great running here, breaks a tackle, and Jonathan Smart gets a huge play there, sets Oregon State up with a new set of downs. 3rd and 8 on the opening drive. Oregon State trying to make a message and score early in the gun here. Beach drops, throws it over the middle, almost intercepted by number 32, Cedric Dykes for USC. USC in the gun again. Drops, he's looking, throws it over the middle, completes the pass for a huge gain down to the 40-yard line. Number 80, Tony Summers there on the reception. 2nd and 7 now after the short run. USC in the pistol, 2 tight ends in the formation. Hand up at the middle, fakes it, running with the quarterback, not very successful, loses 3 yards there. Sets up 3rd and 10. Oregon State defense trying to get off the field here on 3rd and 10. USC comes out in the gun, 4 receiver set. Porter drops, he's looking under some pressure, throws it deep, and it is almost intercepted off the hands of number 32, Kyle Stewart there. 2nd and 10 now after being stuffed on the run. Oregon State in the gun, 2 receivers to the right. Running the speed option here, gets the pitch away, breaks a tackle, but USC swarms for a 3-yard loss. 3rd and 13 now. Oregon State trying to get a conversion. Beach with a short drop. He's looking under some pressure and takes a sack. Number 67, Greg Woods there on the sack. Brings up 4th down. 3rd and 8 here. USC looking for their first conversion. Porter drops, throws it deep. He's got a man, but overthrows it incomplete. Looking to get something started. Tight end goes in motion. Hand up the middle. It appears that Oregon State's quarterback is injured, so their backup is in. Oregon State's quarterback is injured. Backup is in the gun. Short drop, under pressure, hits the screen, but misplaced and bad blocking. That's a 7-yard loss. Not where you want to be with a backup quarterback. We'll have to see how this affects the game going forward. Short drop for Adams, throws it deep. High arcing pass, and it's almost intercepted by number 29, Ryan Clark of USC. 2nd and 10 now for USC after the incomplete pass. In the gun, 2 receivers to the right. Speed option here, and he pitches it, fumbles it, and 37, Allie Moore for Oregon State picks it up. Huge blunder there by USC. 3rd and 4 now for Oregon State. Looking to take advantage. In the gun here. 2 receivers in the backfield. Beach drops. He's looking, throws it over the middle, and completes it and gets the first down. Oregon State gets a new set of downs at the opponent's 25-yard line. Coming out in the ace formation. Handoff up the middle. Looks like a little misdirect, and a great run by Smart, carrying defenders for an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2 here for Oregon State. In the ace formation, 2 receivers to the right. Beach drops, deep drop. Looking, he's got time, he's under pressure, he throws it, and incomplete between 3 receivers there. 4th down. Oregon State being aggressive here, coming out on 4th and 2 in a tie ball game. In the gun, Beach with a short drop, throws it, and it is dropped by the receiver, incomplete. 3rd and 12 deep in their own territory. USC comes out with 3 receivers left. Porter drops. He's looking. Chucks it deep. And it is almost intercepted, but this may be roughing the passer. We'll have to find out. And it appears to be the case. Oregon State gets penalized for roughing the passer. Isaac White there. And that will set up USC with a new set of downs. Or USC dodges a bullet, gets a first down at the 30. Let's see what they do with it. 4 receiver set here. Hands off to the running back on the counter, and Browning gets a little bit of space, gets 6 yards. 3rd and 4. USC trying to keep this drive alive now. In the pistol, 2 tight ends in the formation. Hands off, and he bursts through, gets the first down. Great running there by Browning. 2nd and 7 now at the 47. 4 receiver set. Porter drops. He's looking, throws it over the middle, complete to number 33, Julian Smith there. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Still 0-0 here. Oregon State is playing for a bid in the national championship game. 3rd and 5 as we start the second quarter. USC comes out in the gun, 2 tight ends. Porter drops, looking, throws it, and it is incomplete. Deflected away there by Dante Richardson. 4th down, and USC rolls the dice near midfield. Sets up in the gun with 2 receivers to the right. Porter drops, he's looking, throws it over the middle, and it is caught, but not to the first down. In turnover on downs there after the short catch by Browning. After that turnover, Oregon State is set up at the 32-yard line, coming out in an ace formation. Fakes the handoff, Beach sets up, throws it deep, and it is caught on the sidelines there. Great catch. After the catch, Oregon State sets up with a first down at their own 49. In the ace formation again, 2 receivers right. Beach drops, throws it, hits number 49 there. Justin Green on a short route. Looks to be enough for the first. Oregon State with another set of downs after another complete pass. Sets up in the gun, 2 receivers left. Beach drops, some pressure, throws it short, gets the completion to number 83, who rumbles forward and gets a first down. That was Corey Campbell on the catch. 2nd and 3 here for Oregon State, just outside of the 20. Coming out in an ace formation, 2 receivers right. Hand up the middle, Smart gets some space and gets a first down. Oregon State is threatening here. 3rd and 8 here at the 15. Still 0-0 in the second. Oregon State in the gun. Beach drops. Throws it over the middle. Complete. Oh, incomplete. Nearly a huge play there, but it brings up 4th down on the drop. Oregon State lines up for a field goal here. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is off the crossbar. No good. 3rd and 5 here for USC at their own 25. In the gun, 2 tight ends to the left. It appears to be a false start here. And it is. 3rd and 10 now after the false start. USC in the gun, 4 receiver set. Porter with a short drop. Looking, throws it deep over the middle, and he had a man, but could not connect. 4th down. 2nd and 10 now for Oregon State. Coming out in the ace, 2 tight ends in the formation. Tight end comes in motion into the backfield. And it is a fake handoff, throws it deep, and it is completed here to number 3, Mitchell Thomas, who gets them close to the 20. Mitchell Thomas has set the school record this year in receptions. 3rd and 5 now. Oregon State comes out in the gun, 2 receivers to the right. And it is a draw play here to Smart, who pushes forward, but going to be just short. 4th and 1. 4th and 1, and Oregon State chooses to go for it once again, coming out in the gun. 2 receivers right. Handoff to the right, and it is going to be short. Jimmy Cook tried to spin out of it, but he's going to be stopped short for another turnover on downs. After the turnover on downs, USC comes out at their own 12-yard line. Porter with a drop here, under pressure, and he's going to take a sack. Number 30, Marvin Bailey there for Oregon State. After the sack, it is going to be 2nd and 15 at USC's own 7-yard line. They come out in the gun, 2 receivers right. Short drop, throws it deep, and he has a man who appears to have made the catch. Number 38, Kurt Walker there. Close to the sidelines, maybe had a toe out. We'll see. 2nd and 5 now for USC after the short completion. 3 receivers to the right. Porter drops, throws it deep. He's got a man wide open. No defenders around him. And he will go all the way for a touchdown. Number 31, Billy Church there. Must have been a blown coverage by Oregon State, and it is. Safety did not appear to get over in time. Looked to be cover 2, and the safety didn't get over the top, and that's always an easy touchdown. USC kicking off here after taking the lead 7-0. Oregon State receives at about their 10-yard line. Looking for some space here. And he gets some up to about the 28. Oregon State comes out at their own 28, down by 7 in the ace formation. About 3 minutes left. Handoff. Smart breaks a tackle, rolls forward, gets about 8 yards there on the carry. Having a pretty good day for himself. 2nd and 2 now for Oregon State. Looking to keep pace. Comes out in the strong eye. Beach drops, throws, has his own man wide open. And number 3 breaks a tackle but steps out of bounds. That's Mitchell Thomas there. Almost answered with their own long pass touchdown. Under 3 minutes to go here. Oregon State is inside the 20. Coming out in the gun, 3 receivers to the right. Running the speed option, pitches it, but it is a free ball, and USC recovers at the 25. Huge mistake there for Oregon State. 3rd and 3 now for USC. In the gun, 3 receivers to the left. Porter takes the snap, handoff a 3rd time in order to Browning, and Oregon State is all over it. 3rd and 10 now, trailing by 7. In the gun, under 2 minutes to go in the half. Beach with a short drop. He's looking, there's some pressure. He sees it, breaks the tackle, but cannot break the second one. USC in good field position to start their drive. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Porter with a short drop, throws it, got a man to the out, and he falls forward to get the 1st down there. 3rd and 11 here for USC. Already up by 7 in the gun. Short drop by Porter. He's under pressure, and he takes a sack. 3rd and 10 now at the 33 in a 5-receiver set. Beach drops. Looking, pressure up the middle, and he takes a sack. 25 seconds left. USC is leading by 7 as they come out. Porter with a short drop. He's looking, pressure up the middle, and he fumbles it. And USC does manage to pick it up. They're trying to get back to the line. There's no timeouts left. And they snap it with 6 seconds. Throws a screen here and tackled short. That's going to be the end of the first half. And at the end of the first half, USC leads number 2 Oregon State 7-0. Oregon State, just to remind everyone, is trying to play their way into the national championship game tonight. And it has not been going as they intended. Oregon State lines up to kick to start the second half. Kick is away, caught by USC at about the 15. Running up the field and tackled at about the 32-yard line. 3rd and 7 here for USC to start the second half. In the gun with a fullback. Porter with a short drop, pressure up the middle, and he takes a sack. That'll bring up 4th down. And that is where their offense will take the field at the 41 to start their first drive of the second half. Coming out in the ace formation. Short drop. Backup quarterback is in again. And that was a terrible throw. 3rd and 8 here. Let's see if the backup quarterback can make something happen. Adams drops. He's looking. He's got pressure around him. He throws it deep. And it is intercepted by USC. Number 45, Drew Hill at his free safety position. And that was a questionable throw. 1st and 10 for USC after the interception at the 21. In a 4-receiver set here. Handoff to Browning, who is smothered in the backfield. 2-yard loss, and he is injured. It looks to be relatively serious. The trainer comes out onto the field. 2nd and 12 now at the 19. USC comes out with 2 receivers to the left. Handoff to Garcia, who has a lot of space here. Maybe a little too much space because I believe there's a holding penalty. And it is. After the holding penalty, USC sets up within their own 10-yard line here. In the gun, 2 receivers to the right. Handoff to Garcia, who has a little bit of space, breaks a tackle, creates his own space, and gets right near a 1st down. 3rd and 1. Up by 7. Comes out in a 5-receiver set. Garcia comes in motion. Handoff to Garcia, who is stopped in the backfield. Loss of 2. 3rd and 7 for Oregon State. Down by 7 at the 49. Adams in the gun. Tight end comes in motion. Adams drops. He's looking. Throws it deep. He has had a man, but safety was there. Incomplete. USC comes out at the 27-yard line. Porter in the gun. 4-receiver set. Porter with a drop. Throws it over the middle. Complete to number 31, Billy Church there, who has the touchdown on the day. USC, after their first down of the drive, sets up at the 37. Porter hands off up the middle. Garcia looking for some space, has some space, and gets a huge run up to the Oregon State 48. 3rd and 11 at the 49 for USC, who is leading by 7. 3 receivers to the right. Porter drops, throws it, completes it. Defender had no idea what was happening, and Church gets a huge 1st down to the 30. 3rd and 4 now at the 24-yard line of Oregon State. 2 receivers left. Porter sets a tight end in motion. Short drop, throws it over the middle, completes it. Number 38, Kurt Walker there, inside the 20. 1st down USC. 3rd and 10 here for USC. Coming out, 2 receivers to the right. Porter hands off up the middle. Garcia looking for space, and he fumbles the ball, but USC does manage to fall on it. USC lines up for a field goal. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it appears to be good, and it is. 10-point lead here for USC towards the end of the 3rd quarter. USC lines up to kick, up by 10. Kick is away. Oregon State will receive at about the 15, looking for space. Gets up about to the 36-yard line. Not a bad return. Adams is still in here for Oregon State in the ace formation, down by 10. Adams with a deep drop, pressure in his face, and he takes a huge sack here. Spencer Kane on the blitz. USC trying to make a statement here. Up by 10, 2nd and 18 for Oregon State. In the ace, 2 receivers right. Adams with a deep drop. Looking, pressure, and he fumbles the ball. Oregon State does fall on it. After 2 consecutive sacks, it is 3rd and 26 for Oregon State, who are forced to play their backup quarterback. Adams with a short drop. USC, blood in the water, and they hit another sack there. USC starts their drive at the 38, up by 10 in a 4-receiver set. Porter drops, throws a receiver screen over the middle, breaks a tackle, and that is Kurt Warner picking up another USC first down. 1st and 10 now for USC at the 25 of Oregon State. 3 receivers to the left. Porter with a short drop, receiver screen over the middle again, and that is Billy Church getting it all the way inside of the 10-yard line. He has had himself a day. That may take us to the 3rd quarter. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds in the pistol. They do manage to snap it, hand off to Garcia up the middle, spins off of a tackle, but still only gets to about the 8. And that will take us to the 4th quarter. USC inside of Oregon State's 10, already leading by 10 points. Oregon State's Cinderella season may be turning into a pumpkin here. We start the 4th quarter with USC at the Oregon State 8. 3 receivers to the right. Porter with a short drop. Looking, throws it deep out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. USC lining up for another field goal here. Looks to be pretty centered. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and this one is much cleaner. Easy 3 points there for USC. USC kicking off, up by 13 points. Oregon State gets it at the 10, looking for some space here. And he gets a little bit of space, but it looks to be a holding penalty. Looks to be coming back. And it is against Oregon State. 3rd and 9 here for Oregon State, down by 13 points. Coming up in the gun, 2 receivers to the right. Porter drops, looking, pressured, and he sacks and fumbled. USC picks it up with some space to run, and they are going to run it in for a touchdown. 47 John Colvin on the recovery. And that will put USC up by likely 20 points in the 4th. USC kicking off, up by 20. Oregon State receives at the 10. Looking for space. He's not going to get it, and there is another flag here. Likely another hold. No, clipping here, even worse. 2nd and 10 here for Oregon State. Coming out in the ace, 2 receivers to the right. Beach drops, looking, hits his receiver, who breaks a tackle. He's got some space. He's got a lot of room here. And misses the dive. That is Mitchell Thomas streaking down the sidelines, and he is going to score a touchdown, closing the gap slightly. Huge play there. Longest pass in history. Oregon State kicking off to USC. USC receives it at about 16. Running up the field, cuts it outside, unable to spin pass, and gets to the 30. 1st and 10 for USC at the 31. 13-point lead right now. Fakes the handoff. Porter is going to run it, and he's got some space and slides smartly after an 8-yard pickup. Under 7 minutes to go here. 3rd and 3. USC comes out in the gun. 3 receivers right. Porter with a short drop and intercepts the receiver. Receiver screen gets intercepted there by number 37, Allie Moore. After the interception, Oregon State sets up at the USC 36. Beach drops, looking, throws, hits his man, wide open, breaks a tackle. And that is Mitchell Johnson again getting them inside the 10, but he's hurt. And the trainers have to come out on the field. That is not a good sign. Hopefully he's all right. Appears to be something in his arm. They don't have to cart him off. That's good. First and goal at the 7 for Oregon State. Down by 13 points. Receiver comes in motion. Beach drops, looking, throws it, and it is caught off the deflection, and that is a touchdown for Green. That is not the way they drew it up, but Oregon State will take it, and that will cut into USC's lead. Deflected directly up in the air, Green catches it and runs it right into the end zone. Oregon State kicking off, down by 6 now. USC receives it at about the 7, or about the 12. And tackled just past the 30. USC has seen their lead evaporate, coming out only leading by 6 now. 3 receivers to the right. Porter with a short drop. He's looking over the middle, completes the pass, breaks a tackle, and that is going to be a first down at the 50. Might be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd and 10 at the 50. USC trying to keep their lead alive. Hands off, up the middle, Garcia gets past a defender, and he is going to get the first. Defense could have stopped him in the backfield, but could not make the tackle. 2nd and 10 now, under 6 minutes to go. 2 receivers to the right. Porter hands up the middle, and it is a tackle in the backfield for a loss here. 3rd and 11 here. USC trying to keep their lead alive. Oregon State really pressing the line. 3 receivers to the right. Porter, short drop. Looking, standing in the pocket, throws it over the middle, and he has a completion. Kurt Walker over the middle gets another first down. 2nd and 10 now after the near interception. 2 receivers to the right for Porter, who hands it off and looks to be a face mask there. Maybe a huge mistake. And that is what they're going to call an automatic first down for USC on what should have been a routine tackle. 2nd and 7 here, just inside the 10. 2 receivers to the right, in the gun. Porter gets the snap, looking, and he is going to take a sack here. 3rd and 13 now. This game is coming down to the wire, just over 4 minutes left. 2 receivers to each side, draw up the middle. Garcia breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, breaks 3 tackles, and he is going to get into the end zone for USC. That is a touchdown. An amazing run there by Garcia. Did it all himself, just constantly breaking tackles, and gets into the end zone to extend the lead with 4 minutes left. That could be the nail in Oregon State's coffin. Lining up to go for 2 here to make it a 14-point game. Porter hands off up the middle. Garcia is into the end zone, gets the 2-point, and that is a 14-point lead for USC. Oh, they are challenging the call here. It looks like Oregon State's coach decided to make the challenge. And I don't know what he saw there. It looked like he was into me. Elbow touches there, and I think the ball is past the line. That should be a successful try, I think. Not a great view here, but I believe that he made it in, but we'll see what the refs say. First and 10 for Oregon State. Under 4 minutes, down by 12. They need to catch fire here. Beach pitching it out to the outside, and that appears to be a holding penalty to start the drive. Clock is running, and they need 12 points to stay alive. And they run it again. Cutting upfield, that looks like another holding penalty. And it is another holding penalty. You have to wonder what their coach is thinking running the ball at this time. Beach drops, looking, pressure is on, and he takes another sack. Spencer Kane comes up big again. This could be the ball game here. Beach drops, pressure in his face, and he takes another sack. 4th and 31, and they are punting it down by 12. This is a very cowardly move here. The punt is away. USC is going to get great field position at the 39 of Oregon State to start their drive. 2nd timeout for Oregon State. 3rd and 12. 2 tight ends in the formation. Porter drops, looking, throws it over the middle, and it is dropped. Good snap, punt is away. They call for a fair catch, and it bounces at the 1, picked up, and just barely not a safety. Oregon State now lines up 1st and 10, down by 12 at their own 1-yard line. This is either the stuff of legends or the end of the game. Throws it deep. He's got a man wide open. And that is Corey Campbell making a huge play. 3rd and 10 now for Oregon State. Beach drops, looking. Pressure is on. Hits the screen. Misses the screen. 4th down. Pressure is on here for Oregon State. If they don't get this, they lose. Beach drops. Looking. Throws it as far as he can, and it is caught by the receiver. There is a flag on the play. We'll have to see what it is, and it appears to be roughing the passer. Oregon State is alive. Oregon State is inside the 15, in the gun here. Beach drops back. He's looking. He throws it. He has a man. He has a touchdown, and that will give them life. They need the onside, though. Oregon State lining up for the onside kick here. They need this to stay in the game. Kick is away, and USC recovers at the 41. That should be the ball game. And they are not running conservative clock here. I'm not sure what's going on, but it is 1 minute 4 seconds left. 3rd and 9 here. It looks like they will be running down the clock. If this is a pass play, Oregon State has life. If they run it in any way, the game is over. Unless they tackle him immediately. But even then, they need a punt return touchdown. They pass it. Porter looking, and breaks a sack, takes a sack, but that will lose them the game. The clock is running after the sack, and there is no way to stop it. USC will win the game on that sack. And that will be the end of the Pac-12 championship. USC upsets Oregon State 26-21, kicking them out of the national championship conversation. Absolute disaster for Oregon State. You can say that they probably would have won if Beach didn't get hurt, but the fact of the matter is their backup quarterback wasn't ready for the moment and lost them the game. Really tough luck for Oregon State. Not quite able to overcome losing their starting quarterback, and they fall out of the contention for the championship. Probably. Who knows with this league. Now let's get into the Big 12 championship with the number 1 Texas Longhorns and the Mountaineers from West Virginia. Enjoy. Oregon State was not able to make it to the national championship. Let's see if the number 1 team, the Texas Longhorns, can take care of business on their end and beat the West Virginia Mountaineers. West Virginia kicking off here to the number 1 Texas Longhorns, who are hoping to punch their ticket to the national championship. Texas breaks the tackle on the return and gets out to about the 35. Good return there. 3rd and 10 now for Texas. They are an elite passing team. Sets up in the gun, 2 receivers right. Gene drops, throws it over the middle, and is off the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. West Virginia in the ace formation, 4 receivers. Receiver comes in motion. Sets up in the backfield, and they hand it off up the middle. Got a lot of space here, and a beautiful run there. And a 1st down for West Virginia. They run to the line. 2nd and 10 now after the incomplete pass. Coming out in the ace, 2 receivers to the right. On the rollout, West Virginia looking, scrambling, cuts up field, and gets another 1st down. West Virginia coming out hot on offense. West Virginia continuing to hurry. 3rd and 4 here, sets up in the gun, 5 receiver set. Wilson takes the snap, looking, pressure by Texas, and he misses the throw, 4th down. West Virginia going for it on 4th down here inside the 30. 3 receiver set in the gun. Wilson with a short drop. He's looking, pressure up the middle, throws it high, incomplete, turnover on downs. Texas starts their second drive at the 21, or 26 rather, after the turnover on downs. In the gun, Gene with the drop. Pressure, throws the screen pass, he's got space. Looked to be a face mask, but uncalled there, 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 now for Texas on their second drive in the I formation here. Hand up the middle, Williams got a little bit of space, but caught from behind, but does get enough for the first down. Coming out in the gun, full receiver set. Hand up the middle, fakes it, throws it deep. He has a man, he hits him, and breaks a tackle. That is number 33, Lee Jordan, into the end zone for an early Texas lead. Texas kicking off here with a 7-point lead early. Kick is away. West Virginia receives at the 15. Looking for some space, breaks a tackle, and gets up past the 35. West Virginia starting its second drive now at the 36-yard line in the ace. Tight end comes in motion. Handoff up the middle, looking for space, and a fumble here. Looks like Texas has the recovery. Not the start you want. There is a flag, though. We'll see what it is. And it is holding. Looks to be on West Virginia. Texas will decline. 2nd and 9 here after the short gain. Gene lines up in the gun. Short drop. Hits the defender, hits the running back out of the backfield, and gets a first down there. Number 45, Stanley Williams. 3rd and 7 now at the 28-yard line. 3 receivers set for Gene. Hands off up the middle, and defense is right there for a 3-yard loss. 4th and 10 here at the 26, and Texas is going for it. In the gun, 2 receivers left. Gene drops. He's looking, he's scanning the field, he throws it, and beautiful play there. Incomplete. Jerome Walton coming in to stop the touchdown. West Virginia starts with the ball at the 26 in the ace formation here. Tight end comes in motion. Handoff to the running back up the middle, who breaks the tackle. He's got space to the outside, and a beautiful gain up past the 40. In the gun now. Walton hands off to the running back, who runs into a defender, through a defender. Should get a first down, but I believe that is coming back for holding. And that appears to be the case. Looks to be in the gun. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff to the running back. Does not break this tackle. Stopped for a loss. 4th down. Texas takes the field, leading by 10 after failing on the 4th down their last drive. Handoff to the running back, who has a defender right in his face. That is Jacob Avery of West Virginia, making a great play. 2nd and 13 here for Texas. In the gun, 2 receivers to the right. Handoff to Williams, who gets outside, but it looks to be another holding penalty. This one on Texas. 3rd and 20 here. Looking for a big play in the passing game, comes out in the gun. Sets the tight end in motion. Gene with a short drop. He's looking, he's scanning the field, he throws it deep, and it is almost caught. Larson almost made a great play there, but incomplete. 3rd and 5, and West Virginia is hurrying to the line once again, staying in ace. Short drop, draw play. Great run by the running back, jukes a defender, and gets a huge play for a first down. Coming out in ace once again, receivers to the right. Tight end comes in motion. Handoff again, looking for space, gets some. Missed tackle by Texas, and that will set them up inside the 15. This hurry-up offense appears to have an effect on the Texas defense. Coming out in the gun now. Walton, short drop. Throws it, hits the receiver over the middle, and that is a big gain to the 8-yard pickup. West Virginia hurrying to the line again, coming in ace. Texas pressed up against the line. Tight end comes in motion. Short drop, deep drop for Walton. Sets up, throws it. Wide open receiver in the back of the end zone, and that is a touchdown for West Virginia. Potentially tying this ball game. This hurry-up offense is definitely having an effect. West Virginia kicking off to Texas here. Tied at 7. Caught at about the 10. Looking for space, and there is none. Getting up to the 25. Texas coming back up at the 26-yard line. Tied at 7 in an ace formation here. Joel drops. Looking, hits his receiver, who gets about 9 yards there. 2nd and 1 for Texas now. They come out in an I formation. Handoff up the middle. Williams looking for room. Gets just enough. First down, Texas. 1st and 10 for Texas here at the 38. Coming out in the gun. Gene with the speed option pitches it and makes a great play, but it appears to be coming back for holding here. And that is the case. Unfortunate for Texas. And at the end of 1, we are tied up 7-all. Texas had a big pass play to start the game, but West Virginia's hurry-up offense does appear to be wearing Texas down. We'll see how that progresses as the game goes on. 3rd and 9 for Texas now. In the gun, 4 receiver set. Gene, draw play up the middle. Williams has some space, breaks a tackle, and manages to get a first down, but is injured on the play. Great run there by Williams. Would not be stopped, but sacrificed his body to do it. 3rd down now for Texas, barely within West Virginia territory. Gene drops, throws, has his man wide open, breaks a tackle, and he will stroll into the end zone. That is number 35, Adam Smith, extending Texas's lead. Getting the lead back for Texas after West Virginia tied it. That is a 2nd long passing touchdown for Gene in this game. Texas kicking off to West Virginia, up by 7 now. West Virginia receives at about the 15, looking for space. Not finding a whole lot, getting up to about the 35. 1st and 10 for West Virginia at about the 36-yard line. In the pistol here. Hand up the middle. Texas defense is right there. 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 now for West Virginia. Coming out in an I formation here. Fakes the handoff. Wilson breaks off a sack, throws it, hits the screen. Running back breaks a tackle and gets 3rd and 3 set up. Great play there. 3rd and 3 in the gun. Wilson fakes the handoff to the running back, tries to do it himself and unable to. Brings up 4th down. 3rd and 2 for Texas, leading by 7 in the single back formation. Handoff up the middle. Williams gets enough yards and picks up a first down. 1st and 10 at the 42 for Texas now in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Gene with a short drop, scrambling, looking for space, finding some space, but fumbling the ball. And Texas luckily falls onto it. Gene took a huge hit there and appears to be injured. 2nd and 8 here, and Texas's backup quarterback has to step in. Shades of Oregon State here. In the gun. Short drop, throws it, hits Larson, who gets a first down. He's got better receivers to work with than Oregon State did, that's for sure. 3rd and 7 at the 40. Texas looking to keep this drive alive. Good snap, draw play for Williams. Runs directly into the defense and loses a yard. Texas lines up the punt at the West Virginia 40. Good snap. The punt is away. Calls for a fair catch and into the end zone. There is a flag on the play. We'll have to see what it is. Looks to be holding against West Virginia. West Virginia starting their next drive at the 20 here. Coming out in a single back formation. And that is going to be a false start on number 71, John Brown. 1st and 15 now for West Virginia after the false start. Single back formation. Short drop, completed pass. 46 has lots of room here and gets out past the 40. That is Chase Long on the reception. 1st and 10. Staying in single back here. Tight end comes in motion. Deep drop, looking, pressure up the middle, and he takes a sack. 3 Texas defenders converge on the quarterback. 2nd and 17 now for the West Virginia Mountaineers. In the gun here. Wilson with a short drop. Looking, scrambling, running upfield, breaks a tackle, finding some space, and going down after a big gain. Sets up 3rd and 4, and West Virginia hurries to the line. Coming out in an ace formation here. And running up the middle, got some space, and there is a flag here. We'll have to see what it's on. And it looks to be a face mask by Texas. Once again, that hurry-up offense is doing its job. Staying in the gun, 2 receivers left. Wilson with a short drop. Looking, throws a deep bomb, and it is almost intercepted by Texas. Lucky to not be a disaster there for West Virginia. 3rd and 3 now for Texas. In the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Gene with a short drop. Looking, and off the defender. Almost disaster there. Luke Reese had that bounce off his chest. And that sets up West Virginia at the 33. Coming out in a single back formation. Wilson drops. Looking, under pressure, and lucky to not fumble that ball on the sack. 2nd and 17 after the sack. West Virginia comes out in a 5 receiver set. Wilson with a short drop. Throws it. Has a man. Completes it. And he is running down the sidelines. Gets past the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left in the half. Looks to be setting up in an ace formation here. Wilson puts her tight end in motion. Makes a call. Deep drop here. Wilson looking, scrambling, finding a little bit of space, and slides after a 6-yard pickup. Sets up in the pistol this time. Receivers getting set, and Wilson snaps it, runs the ball up the middle, and they manage to get a first down there, and they hurry to the line again. Coming out in a single back formation this time. And looks to be a penalty. We'll have to see what it is, and it is illegal formation. West Virginia in the Wildcat here. Running back in motion, fakes the handoff, throws it short, completes to the guy he faked it to, and that is going to be a 7-yard pickup. 3rd and 8 for West Virginia here. Coming out in the gun, 2 receivers to the left. Wilson with a short drop, pressure up the middle, and he fumbles the ball. West Virginia does fall on it, but that was a near disaster, almost a scoop and score, but the defender couldn't pick up the ball. 2nd and 11, just about 30 seconds left. Texas comes out in the gun again. And it looks to be a false start on Texas here. And it is. 3rd and 9 here for Texas in the gun. 8 seconds to go. Handoff to Williams, and it looks to be a holding penalty here. We reach the end of the half here, and Texas is in control, leading 14-7. But they are not out of the woods yet. There's a very real chance that West Virginia could make something happen with their hurry-up offense. Texas starting the second half by kicking off to West Virginia. They receive it at about the 15, looking for space on the edge, but Texas's defense is all over it. 2nd and 10 for West Virginia now, coming out in a 5 receiver set. 2nd down. Wilson with a short drop. He's looking, throws it, and he makes the completion past the first down. 3rd and 6 now for West Virginia in the gun. 2 receivers left. Wilson hands off to Johnson, who gets met in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. And West Virginia lines up to punt. The punt is away. Texas looking to return, and they fumble it. Blocker picks it up, breaks a tackle, and ends up getting a couple more yards there. 1st and 10 for Texas after a near disaster. 2nd and 8 now. Texas comes out in the gun. 2 receivers in the backfield. Handoff to Williams up the middle. Or not Williams. Or actually, yes, Williams. Stanley Williams, the fullback. Gets a good run there. Sets up 3rd and short. 3rd and inches here. Texas coming out in the I form. Tight end comes in motion. Gene making a call. Short drop, throws it, hits the running back out of the backfield, who runs upfield and gets the first. Nice little adjustment there. 2nd and 11 for Texas, and they come out in a single back formation. Gene with a deep drop, looking, pressure, and he takes a sack. West Virginia finally gets to him. After the sack, Texas has 3rd and 19 at the 29-yard line. Coming out with 2 receivers on each side. Gene with a deep drop, looking, and that is another sack for West Virginia. West Virginia comes out in good field position at the 47, down by 7. In a single back, tight end comes in motion into the backfield. Handoff up the middle, Johnson breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and gets a first down with some power running. West Virginia not giving Texas time to rest. Comes out in the gun. Hurry up offense. 2 receivers left. Wilson, short drop. Looking, throws it over the middle, completes the pass down the center of the field, and that is another first down. 2nd and 11 now for West Virginia at the 22. In the I formation. Handoff up the middle. Johnson finding some space. Gets about 8 yards there. Hurrying to the line on 3rd and 2 in the pistol. Wilson hands off to Johnson, who is caught in the backfield by Will Stovall for a loss. 4th and 5, West Virginia lines up for the field goal to try and cut into the lead. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is off the crossbar. No good. Texas maintains a 7-point lead. And 10 for Texas after the missed field goal. Gene coming out in the gun. Short drop, hits the screen, got some blocking. Williams with some space after a broken tackle, and does a huge play getting down to the 40. 3rd and 6 here at the 44-yard line in the gun. Gene, short drop. Pressure, hits the screen, but not the same blocking this time. Dropped for a 3-yard loss. At the 33 here, West Virginia comes out for their next drive. In a single back formation. Tight end comes in motion. Wilson, handoff up the middle. Johnson looking for space, breaks a tackle, makes his own space, and gets 9 yards. Staying in single back. Deep drop by Wilson. Looking, pressure, throws it over the middle, completes it to number 32, Wesley Coleman. 3rd and 10 here for West Virginia. Coming out in the gun, 2 receivers left. Wilson with a short drop, pressure, and he is going to take another sack. 4th and 18, Texas has 4 sacks on the game. 1st and 10 for Texas at the 15, still nursing a 7-point lead. In the gun here. Receiver comes in motion. Gene with a short drop, scrambling, looking for space, gets outside, finds some space, breaks a tackle, gets 7 yards there. 3rd and 3 here for Texas, coming out in a single back formation. Handoff to Williams up the middle, and he gets face mask, but it goes uncalled, but he still picks up the first. That is some real power on the run. 1st and 10 for Texas here. They come out in the gun, 2 receivers each side. Short drop by Gene. Throws it over the middle, completes it, and he's got plenty of room here. Spins past the defenders, and that is Joel Larson with a huge play. Great run after the catch. That is one of the best receivers in college football there, making a huge play. 2nd and 2, 20 seconds to go in the 3rd. In the gun, 2 running backs in the backfield. Receiver comes in motion. Gene drops, scrambling, looking for space, and he is going to fumble the ball. West Virginia picks it up. A blunder there by Gene, who is normally so consistent. At the end of 3, Texas holding on to a narrow lead, up 14-7, but West Virginia has the ball here. Now we enter the final quarter of play. Virginia hurrying to the line on 3rd and 4 here. Looks to be staying in the single back formation. Receivers getting set. And that is a false start. Not what West Virginia wanted to see to start the 4th quarter. 3rd and 9 now at the 45. West Virginia in the gun. Wilson with a short drop, sets up, throws it deep, and overthrows his receiver, bringing up 4th down. 3rd and 2 here for Texas. Coming out in the I form, one receiver split out. Hand off to Williams up the middle, and he has it, but it appears to be a holding penalty. Gonna set Texas back. 3rd and 12. Texas in the gun. 2 receivers to the right. Gene drops, looking. Pressure up the middle, throws it over the middle, and it is almost intercepted. 2 West Virginia defenders fought over the ball, and it falls incomplete. West Virginia starts in good field position again at the 50-yard line. Coming out in the gun. Wilson with a short drop, throws it over the middle, completes it just short of the 1st. West Virginia hurrying to the line on 2nd and 1 in the pistol. Short drop by Williams, throws it, completes it to the outside. Looks like he has just enough for the 1st. West Virginia hurrying to the line on 3rd down in the gun. Wilson with a drop. Hits the screen pass, but the defense read it and stops it for a loss. Number 78, Jason McCarty, all over that play. 4th down for West Virginia, and they are going for it here at the 40. In the gun, 2 receivers each side. Wilson drops. Looks, throws, incomplete. Broken up by number 14, Fred Garcia of Texas. 3rd and 3 for Texas at the 47. Coming out in a heavy I form. Handoff, Williams looking for space. He's got space, and he's got the 1st down into West Virginia territory. 1st down for Texas. 5.5 minutes left. They come out in a single back formation. Tight end comes in motion across the formation. Gene with a short drop, scrambling, fumbling, and Texas lucky to fall on it once again. Gene has been a fumbling issue so far this game. Holding on Texas, and it looks like West Virginia will accept the holding penalty. 1st and 20 now for Texas at their own 48-yard line. Coming out in a single back. And a false start now for Texas. Joe Nash, the responsible party. Right tackle. 2nd and 25 here for Texas. 5 minutes remaining. Come out in a single back formation. Draw play to Williams, and it looks like it may be another hold here. Third and 32 now for Texas at the 31. Coming out in the gun. And it looks to be another false start for Texas. Disastrous set of downs for Texas here. 3rd and 37 after a false start. In the gun. Gene drops, looking, pressure coming, scrambling, and that is not Gene, and he takes a huge sack. The backup quarterback came in and took a sack on a huge 3rd down. West Virginia with a 3rd and 10 after the dropped interception. Single back formation. Wilson, deep drop. Sets up, and it is incomplete. Major pressure by that Texas defensive line. 4th down. 2nd and 10 now after the short run. Texas comes out in a single back formation. Tight end comes across the formation. Running some time off the clock, and it looks like a false start on Texas here. 3rd and 15 for Texas at the 21. In the gun here. Butler with a short drop. He's looking, he throws it, and it is almost intercepted, but it is caught off the deflection by Craig Davis for a 2-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for West Virginia at the 46. They need to make something happen. This could be their last drive. Coming out in the Wildcat. player in motion. Hands it to him on the sweep, and he gets about 5 yards there, 6 yards. West Virginia continues to hurry, though. In the gun, running back at quarterback. Johnson drops, looks, scrambles, breaks a tackle, but loses 4 yards there. 4th and 9. 4th and 9 at the 45. West Virginia is going for it. Wilson with a short drop, throwing it, and incomplete. Great defensive play there by number 14, Fred Garcia, once again. Texas comes out, 1 minute left. Handoff up the middle, and it looks to be a holding penalty once again for Texas. Third and 14 for Texas, 1 minute remaining in the gun. Butler, draw play to Williams, who gets some yards but gets stopped. Timeout. 1st and 10 here for West Virginia. Under a minute to go. Coming out in the gun. Down by 7. Wilson with a short drop. Pressure is on, and he takes a big sack. 2nd and 18, and West Virginia is hurrying to the line here. Looks like they're spiking it. Questionable call. 3rd and 18 now for West Virginia after a sack and a spike in the gun here. Short drop. Wilson looking, throwing. Incomplete. 4th and 18 for West Virginia. This is the ball game here. They're out of timeouts, 41 seconds to go. Deep drop by Wilson. Looking, throws it deep, and it is intercepted by Texas. Didn't need to do that, but that is the cherry on the game. A little bit of technical errors there, but Alvin Scott comes away with the game-winning pick. Texas just needs to kneel the ball down now in the kneel formation. Butler getting to do the honors. Gene still off the field. You got to wonder what's going on with him. Double zeros, triple zeros on the clock. Texas wins a close defensive game, 14-7. Gene got injured late in the game. Backup had to come in. You have to wonder if it would have been as close if he was there. But they do enough to get the win. They're already ranked number 1. They won their conference. They should have punched their ticket here to the national championship. With Oregon State losing, it's up to the pollsters to figure out who is going to be meeting Texas to settle the national championship game. And with that, we have one participant in the first ever national championship. Congrats to the Texas Longhorns for locking it up. As we advance to the bowl season, we also get the first Heisman winner. Unfortunately, Craig Poole somehow jumps 3 spots and wins the Heisman. I can't speak for everyone, but I am extremely disappointed. John Hardy got robbed. Boo! We also get a little consolation prize, though. Dennis Cross brings home the Lombardi Award. First hardware in school history, and it comes early. No matter what happens, he's starting next season. And we learn our opponents for our first bowl game. We get invited to the Hawaii Bowl to face off against the 5-7 Louisville Cardinals. Turns out we didn't need 6 games to go to the bowl, but we still made it. Hooray for us. Now, before we end the episode, let's find out who will be playing in the national championship. Texas has 1 participant, but their opponents will be the Florida Atlantic Owls, who managed to jump 3 spots in the final week to secure their opportunity. The first season is already coming to a close. Make sure you tune in next episode for our first bowl and the first championship game. I'll see you then.